Most woodworkers eventually hit that wall where hand sanding just isn't cutting it anymore, and that is exactly where a machine like this enters the conversation. It is a beast of a tool, and honestly, the first thing you notice is how solid the build feels. We are talking about a steel conveyor bed that is reinforced with 4 cross sections, which is a fancy way of saying this thing is built to stay flat. You won't find any annoying flex here, even when you are pushing wider stock through. It is rated for flatness within 10,000ths of an inch, which is the kind of precision that makes a massive difference when you are trying to get a perfectly level glue-up. What really stands out is how they handled the abrasive system. Usually, changing paper on a drum sander is a chore that makes you want to walk away from the project entirely. But here, there is actually room to move your hands. You don't need a specialized kit or a degree in engineering to swap the wraps, and the tensioning system is surprisingly clever. It keeps everything tight, so you aren't dealing with that frustrating overlap or loose paper mid-sanding. Plus, the drum itself is designed to stay cool, which is a huge win because it keeps the abrasive from glazing over and dying before its time. Now, here is the part that feels like a genuine quality-of-life upgrade. It uses what they call IntelliStand technology. Basically, the machine is smart enough to monitor the load and adjust the conveyor speed on its own. If you're pushing a piece of hard maple through and the motor starts to feel the strain, the machine just slows down the feed rate to keep things smooth. It takes the guesswork out of the process, especially for someone who might be newer to drum sanding and worried about burning the wood or stalling the motor. Of course, it is not all perfect. This is a heavy piece of equipment, and because it ships via LTL freight, you have to be ready for the logistics of getting a massive crate off a truck and into your shop. It is not exactly a plug-and-play situation you can just toss on a workbench. You will need a dedicated spot for it, and you definitely need to make sure your dust collection is up to the task, because this thing creates a lot of fine dust very quickly. If your shop vac is on the smaller side, you might find yourself needing an upgrade just to keep up with the output. But when you look at the capacity, handling stock as thin as a 32nd of an inch or as short as 3.5 inches, it is clear this is designed for serious work. It feels like a tool that is meant to be the centerpiece of a shop, not just something you pull out once a year. If you're tired of spending your weekends hunched over a sanding block, this is the kind of machine that changes the entire workflow. It is a serious investment, but for the level of finish and consistency it provides, it is hard to argue with the results. It is just a solid, well-thought-out piece of engineering that does exactly what it promises without any unnecessary fluff.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.